Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. Can you please give that comparison you gave to me last night? I love it. I love it.
I totally see. When I watch Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, especially not just how they wrestle, but the circumstances behind how they became a tag team.
Yeah.
How do you not see Flying Brian Pillman and Stunning Steve Austin? They are so reminiscent of them. I mean, Tyson Kidd being Pillman, Cesaro being Steve Austin, just two guys who were having floundering singles careers come together. A hell of a tag team. They make a great tandem. All right, and then there's going to be a point where they don't want to break up. As Steve Austin said in many a times, they don't want to break up. They're having too much fun being a tag team. But hey, that might mean great success for one of them because look at Stone Cold Steve Austin now. I mean, the Hollywood Blondes are great, but had he stayed the Hollywood Blonde for his entire career, we wouldn't have the Attitude Era. So I mean, I'm enjoying Tyson Kidd and Cesaro right now, but I do think, along with you, that they have very, very bright futures in the WWE. So.
I think they're phenomenal. I also think, and I said this to you last night, that they're using this tag team, not intentionally, but I think this tag team with Tyson Kidd, this alliance, could be serving as the foundation for a major push for Cesaro as the babyface. Then later, do you think there's a possibility that Cesaro, after Elimination Chamber, unless they win back the belts, 2 weeks after that, Money in the Bank, Cesaro becomes the next Mr. Money in the Bank?
It's possible. I would never cast that out as an impossibility. But I mean, I just think that they're so hot right now. They're, as a tag team, I mean, with the Usos gone, they're the face of tag team wrestling in the WWE right now. And I mean, maybe a couple months down the line you do that, but. Listen to this. Cesaro he's now in the promised land as far as career. He's been out there in the wilderness creatively. I mean, he's been out there losing to Kofi Kingston during commercial breaks. We
were there for that one.
He's been way out there in the wilderness with no direction, just walking in circles. So I think right now he has not more than some direction. He has a direction. They know what they're doing with him. He's over as a babyface. So I don't know if they want to get that away from him right now because it's just started that they became a hot babyface tag team. So I think if at all, he's going to cling to that for a little bit longer before he goes out back into the unknown, back into the scary world of singles wrestling. So I'd say before we get a babyface single competitor Cesaro, you got to squeeze everything you can out of Tyson Kidd and him as a tag team.
That's why his tag team with Jack Swagger works so well.
Yeah.
Remember that? In late 2013, and then from there he was bound to become a breakout babyface, and they screwed it up.
Dropped the ball.
The Paul Heyman thing, which had a lot of promise, had a lot of potential.
And they
failed to follow up on it, They had him lose to Kofi Kingston in the commercial break in that Raw that we were at.
Yes,
so,
sir.
a turning point show for for a number of reasons. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully he can break out at some point. He just has star written all over him. And Tyson Kidd, not to say that he doesn't, I think he can be a great United States champion.
Great Intercontinental champion.
Especially Intercontinental champion.
If I have aspirations of Neville one day becoming WWE champion, I can't rule out Tyson Kidd. I mean, he's a phenomenal worker. He can talk. He's got the charisma.
He's a hashtag workhorse.
He's got the look. He's a workhorse. So, I mean, I can't rule anyone out at this juncture.